Hey everybody, it's me, Edward Jones, back with a new man love video. It's always been a man's world. Guys, I know it's been a while since I put a video out. I had a lot of stuff happen recently, a lot of good things, and I just been, part of it was I've been working my butt off. I've been doing like 5 10s, so working from 3 to 1 p.m. well, 1 a.m. in the morning, and it's been draining me, but I'm getting better at my job. I'm a better welder from it, and I've been watching a lot of videos. I've also been responding to everyone's comments, which I want to say thank you to those who have been still commenting on videos I've done. I'd like to keep up on that just to show that I'm still alive. You know, I'm not lying dead and ditched somewhere in a pile of brass. You know, not yet at least. But I'm still been watching a lot of videos. Been a lot of things have been going on that I wanted to talk about. But something I noticed is that a lot of masculinity videos, a lot of male-oriented videos, a lot of things concerning the dating world, and a lot of guys are, a lot of young guys' response to a lot of things that's going on. And I did a MGTOW video a few years back, in which I described what I believe. I shared my thoughts on MGTOW. If you're new to the channel, MGTOW means men going their own way, and I said to me what that ought to mean. And I've heard a lot of different arguments concerning how things are structured in the world, and how the courts are, about divorce and sexual harassment and things of that nature. And the thing that I always come back to is that men are built for this. Men have experienced throughout time. Men have experienced vast amounts of conflict, vast amounts of challenges. So many things that have happened around different men throughout time. But the one thing that has stayed true throughout all these things that have gone on is that men have always found a way to solve the problem. Men have always found a way to work their way around the problem. Men have always found a way to work through a problem. Men have always found a way to eliminate a problem. So I wanted to make this video as a way of encouraging young men to not get discouraged from all the things that have been going on. Whether it be in your dating life, whether it be with friends and family, with things concerning loneliness, trying to figure out women. I want you, if a young man's watching this, I want you to understand this is a man's world. It's not just a song by James Brown. This truly is a man's world, because the way things are structured, I've heard a lot of people say, this is a gynocentric society. So many things are done to be tailored towards the needs of women, which is true. A lot of that is true. Everything does come down, not to what a woman does, no, because all they can do is react to what men do. That's it. Everything, no matter what the news tells you, no matter what the media tells you, no matter what government tells you, everything comes down to what a man does. Every little thing, every little screw up, every little success, every little hiccup, every little mistake, every stroke of genius, every string of bad luck, everything comes down to what a man does. And I keep that in mind, because to me that is a very, very powerful way of thinking. I don't go through my day figuring out what's going to screw me over today, think about what's going to cause me a headache today, who's going to try to get one over me, who's going to do me wrong. I don't think like that, because that's thinking like in my mind that's a victim mindset. A victim mindset is someone who is always thinking about what is out to get them, what is always going to trap them, and what is always going to be the thing that holds them back. I don't think like that. I like to think about, what challenge can I take on today? What's going to test me today, and how am I going to come out on top? How are my every little moves going to affect someone else's life? and how can it affect them? How can it affect someone else in a positive way? What are some of my own personal setbacks that I can work on so I can become a better person than I was the day before? And I believe thinking like that is what can actually turn things around that's going on nowadays. I understand, like, a lot of young guys are wanting to check out of dating, and even this, and I think this is very unfortunate, but even check out of marriage. I say, instead of being frightened by all the things that are going on, in those aspects of society, figure out what it is that you can do for yourself to improve yourself, and to gain wisdom, so that you're not basically a spectator to everything that someone else is doing, and you just basically go along with the flow. No, figure out what it is. If there are traps out there, because I've heard the dating world. I've heard of it referred to currently as going through a minefield. And I think that's true in some aspects. It's true, but the thing is, a minefield, you can cross a minefield, but you got to be smart. You got to be skilled. You got to know what you're doing, and you got to look at other people's sadly, but you got to look. It's sad to say, but this is how it has to be done. Because this is a man's world. You got to look at other people's misfortunes, other people's mistakes, and learn from it. Take notes. Figure out where did they screw up and end up being stuck in one spot because they stepped on a landmine and can't get off of it because they're trying to, basically at that point they're trying to buy their time. And what happened to those who went foolishly through the minefield, and well, they ended up as human confetti. Figure out what mistakes that other people make and learn from them. Because there is a way you can actually make it through a minefield, but you got to be careful. You got to be smart. And the thing is, that's been the world all along. The world has always been like that towards men. And, up until recently, men have always found a way to make it through. They had a lot on their side. They had courage. They had wisdom. They had people watching their back. They had other men facing the same situations, watching their six. They had older men to talk to for guidance, for wisdom, to all the things they need to point them in the right direction, so that they know what pitfalls to avoid. They know how to check landmines. They know how to be I think it's called a sapper. They know how to look at the field to figure out where's the landmine most likely going to be. How to defuse a landmine. How to maneuver your way around all these obstacles. Like the dating game, for example, is nothing new. There's always been a challenge for men, and they've always had to figure out a way to make it clean on the other side. And they never did it but they did not do it by having a defeatist mindset. And like going back to what I was talking about, how guys, checking out of the dating game. And I say that, if you're looking for, if let's say, for example, you're looking for a traditional woman, are you a traditional man? First and foremost, that's the thing. Are you a traditional man? Are you a man that knows what he wants, knows how to get there, and knows how to abide it, knows how to have patience? Because you can't just jump into something going off of emotion. And that's not just with dating. That's with business, personal relationships, with dealing with your own problems. You can't just jump into something just because it feels good. You got to examine it. You got to figure out what are the tricks, what are the traps. That's a Doom 2 reference. You guys haven't caught that. But what are the things that are surrounding the situation that could get you caught up, and what is the path that you can take to find yourself to the other side? Because that is how the world is structured. It's structured so that men can be stronger. Men can face various obstacles and come out on the other side. Because whether you know it or not, and whether the world wants to admit it, it relies on its men to be successful. It relies on men, not women. No, not women, not at all. No, it relies on men being able to carry things forward. No matter what anyone else tells you, it's always relied on men to carry things forward, because this world is extremely destructive, and men just so happen to be the ones who are built for that, built to master that kind of environment, to make it through the other side. That's our mission. And and by teaching young men to be afraid of everything, that's around them, to where they're not willing to take risk, they're not willing to make calculated decisions to figure out how to make their way through life's obstacles. By making them afraid, you're doing them a great disservice. And I don't like how that kind of attitude has spread through the world, especially on the internet. Now it's not all the way. It's not everywhere. I mean, I can say it's not everywhere, but you can find information like what I'm putting out there online. You can find many people talking about these things. Again, and the reason why I go back to dating, because I know there are a lot of young men out there who want to be in relationships. They want to have families. They want to get married. Even with all the risks associated with marriage, they want to get married. And I think marriage is very important because it really is for children. It's not for the people want to say marriage is life insurance policy for the woman. No, marriage is for children. It's for the protection and well-being of children. That's it. That's what it truly is. Because we look at how children coming from broken homes has such a negative effect on their lives, and what happens when you don't have parents that are we don't have parents that are using their roles properly, especially the fathers. Fathers are far more important than mothers. I don't care what anyone says. The father is the tip of the spear. At least in that order. He's in the forefront. When you remove him, and you remove the father, when you remove that masculine figure in a man's world, all hell's gonna break loose, as it's doing right now. But things can change. Things can get better. You gotta believe that. You gotta believe that things can get better. You gotta stay in the fight. You gotta keep pushing forward. You gotta motivate young men to keep moving forward. Don't pay attention to all the naysayers. Don't pay attention to all the people who are telling you all hope is lost. Don't listen to these doomers or these black-pilled individuals. Don't listen to them, because they're gonna put you in a dark place. And a lot of destruction comes out of dark places. A lot of bad behavior comes out of dark places. And we don't need that right now. Children don't need that right now. Children need strong men to look up to. Even little girls need strong men to look up to, because they can recognize that their safety comes from men being masculine, men guarding things, men protecting things, men even teaching things. It's very important, because this is a man's world. No matter, don't let anybody tell you otherwise. It is a man. They say what do they say? What the pussy runs everything? No, bullshit. It was a line from Side 3-6 Mafia song, Side to Side. DJ Paul, he goes, I got the dick, so I make the rules, and that's basically what it is. That's Earth for you. I got the dick, so I make the rules. And if you think that's vulgar, hey, it is what it is. Come up with a better line than that. But this truly is a man's world. Everything that either moves us forward or backward or keeps us standing still relies on the movement of men. And that's how it is. And then I think that's all we have to do is encourage men right now to continue to fight. Encourage young males to grow up to be men, and encourage young females to aspire to be with men. To aspire to have to share their life with a man, to come together, to get married, to have family, have children, to keep this thing going. Because if we stop, all hell will break loose. This is literally speaking, all hell will break loose, and we can't afford that. There's this thing where a few years ago, women, these women take this, a day without women. These women, they're going to take a day off, and what happened? Not really nothing. What would happen if men took an afternoon off? How much stuff would just go. How much chaos would just be created from that? I think we saw a lot of that in 2020. all those riots. Really, those things. If men were just, if men were unleashed, if masculine men were left alone to do what they know how to do, all that nonsense would have been taken care of quickly. You know. But hey, I think we all, we all have our part. We all have our part in this mission. I'm doing my part with not just this video, but with talking to a lot of young guys that I work with a lot of people that are in my life, and just encouraging them to continue to push forward, because so much rides on that. We don't want men giving up. So if men give up, then what do you have left? Do you have any true leadership left? No. That's why men need to keep up this fight, and we need to thank them. We need to show gratitude towards the men who are putting so much at risk to keep this whole thing we got going afloat. But that's my video. I know I haven't done a man law video in a long time, but I think it's been a long time. It's been a long time coming, and I'm hoping that with these new changes in my life, that I'll be doing more videos again. Like I said, it's been real busy, but I think I got some time freed up to where I can get back in front of the camera. But that's my video. Hope you guys liked it. Please share this video, like and subscribe. Please leave a comment in the comment section. If you want to stay up to date to my channel, just look forward to new videos and check out my older videos. If you want to help out with the channel, go to PayPal. Look for the link on the YouTube homepage, on my channel's homepage. Then give up that cheese button and make a donation of any amount you would like. Any gripes, complaints, send me a PM. I'll see what I can do to address them. But that's my video. It's another man law video. As you know, I'm wearing the black cowboy hat. Still got it. Man law. It is a man's world. That's it. That's my video. I'm Edward Jones. You guys take care. Be safe. Stay strapped. And God bless.